Hello, welcome back to Weekly Chat once again. It's not midweek chat because it's Thursday, not Wednesday, and that's why I call it Weekly Chat. But as much as Ian, the secretary, who, if you want to know my opinion on it, I think he's failing very miserably at his job as the secretary. He says I need to pull my finger out and start making these videos and putting them up on Wednesday, but until he actually delivers me with the topics beforehand and gives me ample time to make the said video, that he can't really say that I need to pull my finger out with any degree of conviction. Just saying. Now, today's, or this week's topics, I don't know who came out with them, because it's been a bit of a mismatch of James and Ian's videos. They're like, oh, I'm not sure who suggested this. Ian's like, I'm not sure if this is even the topic. Like, who knows? But the first one, first kind of topic is Blu-rays in 4K, picture quality. You know, how important is picture quality to you? And what's your favorite Blu-ray picture quality wise? It's really hard to pick favorite Blu-ray picture quality wise. I mean, there's so many. Seven Samurai looks fantastic, the Criterion release. The Lion King was one that just blew me the fuck away when I first saw that. When the sun comes up and it's like, man, I'm like, whoa, Jesus, that is pretty clear. Like, the detail was just like stunning on a huge TV, and it was like experiencing it all over again. The Wall-E, one of my favorite Pixar film, my favorite digitally animated film. Porco Rosso, my favorite traditionally animated film. That looks amazing on Blu-ray. You know, animated films tend to really look great, but even older films, you know, Metropolis, at least the not the scenes that have been added back into the film, but you know, the really good looking scenes are just, they look fantastic. I can't really pick one, honestly. There's some great films like that, you know, like Avatar and movies like that look fantastic. The remastered Terminator looks incredible. There's a lot of them, but I couldn't really pick a favourite, to be honest. How important is picture quality to me? Pretty important. You know, if I pay for a Blu-ray, I want to see a great transfer, and sometimes you don't get that necessarily. I'm not by any means one of those people who kind of can pick apart a transfer and say, oh, there's banding over that, macro blocking, oh, look at this, digital artifacts, and oh, too much DNR. They've, you know, well, to a degree, I can kind of actually get annoyed by DNR because digital noise reduction can just really fuck with the natural kind of look of a film, which sucks, and they kind of go overboard. But I don't look into it like in super detail, you know. Like, there's been a few Blu-rays that I've watched that people are like, oh, the transfer is terrible, and I'm like, well, I enjoyed it, I thought it looked great, you know. But, you know, picture quality is important to me, and Ian went on this whole tangent about Blu-rays and DVDs and how, you know, if he can find a film DVD, he'll buy it, and you know, I don't know. I guess he's kind of almost having a go at people who only buy Blu-ray and will only want to get the Blu-ray. But hey, that's me. I'm a DVD HD snob now. I completely turned the corner, and it's Blu-ray all the way for me. And one example is the Charlie Chaplin box set that Ian got, which is fantastic. But I kind of think, oh, I can buy most of those films on Blu-ray. You know, it's a great set, but you know, it wouldn't be on Blu-ray. And again, I know James. You know, for him, it doesn't really matter. He'll get a DVD over the Blu-ray, you know, if it's not a film he's that interested in the picture quality of, and that they both say actually that, you know, it's the film that counts, and yeah, to some degree, but I like having the best possible version of any film that I watch, even if it's a blind buy, you know. So I'll admit I'm a HD snob. I've become too used to high definition transfers, and you know, that's just the way it is. Now 4K, I just think it's more of a gimmick at this point. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm no expert on it, but these 4K Blu-rays coming out, they're not really 4K, they're mastered in 4K. I've got one here actually, Elysium, which Ian actually sent me, so Tom Hanks again for that, man. Yeah, it says on the back here, mastered in 4K, maximum picture, expanded color. Now, I don't really know what this even means, to be honest, the mastered in 4K thing, but there are some that have it across the thing, like 4K, and they re-release the film and stuff, but I don't know how much kind of you're going to get out of a 4K Blu-ray on a 1080p screen. Yeah, you know, so you have, like, you know, the old TVs like this, and then, like, you know, 480p, and then you know, 720p, and then 1080p, and then you got 2K, and then you got 4K. I mean, it's so much bigger than 1080p. You know, the pixels. you would need a 4K TV to fully get the benefits of 4K. But even then, when you have a great transfer of a Blu-ray on a standard Blu-ray disc, a 50GB disc, you know, the bitrate can be like 35 to 40, you know, megabytes per second, and it kind of almost maxes out the disc anyway. And still, you know, I just feel like a 4K transfer, like a proper actual 4K transfer, would be a lot bigger than a 50GB disc if you're going to have great quality. So again, correct me if I'm wrong, or if I'm just flapping my gums about stuff I don't know anything about, but for me this is just like, oh, we've taken it from a 4K master, and so, you know, it's going to look better. But, you know, I feel like new movies should be done that way anyway. But again, I don't know that much on it. It just seems like a bit of a gimmicky thing for me right now. The second topic was slipcovers. You know, why have a slipcover that's the same as the movie cover, and are they worth it? Are they worth anything anyway? I can go back and forth on it. I've got two films here with slipcovers. I have many slipcovered Blu-rays back home. I have the Elysium one here. I really like this because you know, it's the same cover as the Blu-ray, but, you know, as you all know, Blu-ray case is quite smooth and nice, and sometimes the slipcover can be quite smooth and nice, but this one has kind of a matte finish, and it feels really nice, and it looks cool as well. It looks different. Well, it doesn't look different, but it just has a different texture to it, I guess, and so it makes the I don't know, it makes it pop a little bit more. What I don't like is that you have like all the ratings logos and all this 5-star stuff on both. I feel like if the slipcover's on, then maybe take it off this or something. But then they can't do that, because if it doesn't ship with a slipcover, then it doesn't have all the stuff that it needs to be on the front, I guess. So, but anyway, the title is embossed, and it has kind of a nice raised effect, which is what embossing is, and it's got a bit of gloss on it as well. So I really like that effect. But, you know, it's all the same, really, and I like the way it looks in the shelf, because you got this. You know, got really nice spine artwork with the yellow and black, and then it just kind of ends with the blue thing there. However, if you get the slipcover on, it still ends with the blue thing, but it's kind of square, and it sits nicer on the shelf. I like slipcovers. It's great when there's a slipcover that's different from the actual cover of the film, and it's like actually almost like, you know, a reason for it being there. But I like them anyway. They do get dinged up, which is annoying. I do agree. Like, you have a little ding there, which stuff like that does annoy me as a collector, to be honest. But it is what it is, and if it's not too bad, then it's okay. And then I have another one here, which is a real typical one, 21 Jump Street. And that's just you know, a typical one, really. But this is a nice gloss one, and I don't know, I don't mind this. You know, I think it's they're okay. I don't like go out my way to get the slipcover. I'm not one of those slipcover kind of, you know, people who buy slipcovers and stuff. But if it's a film I really love, I will want to try and get the slipcover, but I'm not too crazy about it. It depends. America has really good slipcovers with like loads of embossing and stuff, but the UK ones are pretty bland. And then you have some of these J cards that come with the steelbooks. This is the Ray 2. As you see, that sits in there like that. Usually I take these off and I have a box full of them. I just like keeping them because, you know, in some cases the steelbook doesn't have the specifications or the special features on the back, so you can look to the J card for that kind of information. And it's just kind of part of the collecting thing, I guess. I don't know, I think it's stupid that I still collect them, but, you know, it is what it is. But usually I just keep these on their own, like this, really, because that's what steelbook's for. I don't keep the these on. But I'm just putting it on now to kind of show you an example. But yeah, slipcovers, you know, I like them, I'll be honest. And if they got some embossing on them, and then it's cool and special, then even better. The final topic is, how do you organize your collection? Well, you can just go and watch my collection video from February where I show you my whole Blu-ray collection, and you'll see exactly how I organize my collection. But I have, like, back home I have all the box sets, the big box sets on the top of the shelf, in alphabetical order as well. And then we have Criterions in order of spine number. And then we have Massive Cinema in order of spine number. And then we have superhero steelbooks in alphabetical order. Then we have the Avengers movies in release order in steelbook format. And then we have the Quentin Tarantino films in steelbook format, every one he's made as a steelbook in release order. So, you know, Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction, Jackie Brown, all the way to Django Unchained. And then I just have random steelbooks from A to Z in alphabetical order. Then I have like digibooks in alphabetical order. Then I have the Sony Collector's Edition slipcover series in numbered order, and then the Scandinavian versions I have in alphabetical order. And then I have, and I go deep into the alphabetical order. I know Ian was saying that he'll have like A, B, C, D, but he won't go like as far as like A, B, you know, and really go, you know, make it completely alphabetical. But I go all the way in like that. And then I have like other slipcovers in alphabetical order, then like the little kind of quarter slipcovers in alphabetical order, then I have the Amorite cases in alphabetical order, and films with like sequels and stuff. I don't really have many instances of that, because the kind of films I have that are sequels are in either a box set with all the other films, or they're in a steelbook or something and they're with the films anyway, so I'm not sure. I have like a Batman section where I have like basically all the Batman films like in release order kind of thing, and I don't know, I'm weird with my organising, but I don't know, it is what it is. And here, in Norway, I have, sorry, my nose is itching, I feel like I'm rubbing my nose like a coke addict or something. I got digibooks in alphabetical order, I have steelbooks in alphabetical order, and then I have my Arrow video stuff kind of in alphabetical order. I have like the 2 box sets in alphabetical order, then the 3 steelbooks in alphabetical order, then the normal releases in alphabetical order, and then a BFI Blu-ray on its own, and then I have my massive cinema collection, which I have in spine number order, and then some random ones just in general alphabetical order. So I'm an alphabetical freak, I have to admit. So that's my weekly chat. Feel free to join in, take part, make your own video, and join the club. And as always, go check out all the other guys' videos. I'll try and leave a link to a couple in the description as always. So thanks for watching. That's been my weekly chat. See you next time.
He says he's really cool, but I think he's a tool. Even though I'm sure he's a quite nice guy, really. He's a quite nice guy, really.